You're reading this right now, aren't you? Whether on a computer screen, a phone, or maybe a tablet, your eyes are fixed on this piece of glass that somehow has become a window to an entire world of possibilities. Let me ask you something. Have you ever stopped to think about what you're holding in your hands, or what's right in front of you? This screen is much more than just a collection of circuits and a bright display. Think about everything it represents. A portal to information, a shortcut to quick solutions, and a bridge that connects you to people and places that, just a few decades ago, seemed impossible to reach. If you need a quick answer, watch a video clip teaching you how to fix something. Just type in a few words, and voila, an endless array of solutions appears at your fingertips. If you need something more tangible, maybe a new pair of shoes or a warm meal delivered straight to your door, just a few clicks, and it's done. And it doesn't stop there. This technology has turned into a loyal assistant. It reminds you of appointments, suggests new places to visit, even organizes your shopping list. Behind this screen, there's a world of conveniences waiting to make your life easier. This is something that was once considered science fiction, but now it's part of our everyday lives. However, among all these impressive functionalities, something stands out in a peculiar way: entertainment. How long have you had this device on? Probably for quite a while, right? How could I know that? Well, you probably didn't turn on your device just to specifically read this little story and nothing else, did you? No. You were probably tired of scrolling through your social media, games, videos, or whatever else, and then stumbled upon this story. It's something different after so many hours doing all those other things. Don't get me wrong, entertainment is amazing. It can transport you to far-off worlds, make you laugh on tough days, and even teach valuable lessons in a light and fun way. But it also has a dark side, an almost hypnotic ability to keep you hooked. And that brings me to another question. When was the last time you really blinked? And I'm not talking about that quick and superficial reflex. I'm talking about closing your eyes, even if just for a second, and giving your eyelids the rest they deserve. It's curious, isn't it? We're so glued to these screens, these endless streams of information and distractions, that we forget to perform one of the most basic and automatic actions of the human body. We blink less, much less than we should. And when we finally blink, it feels like we're missing something important. A post, a video, a piece of news. Did you know this can cause problems? Dry eyes, eye strain, headaches. These are side effects of spending so much time trapped in this digital world. But for some reason, we keep going. And that's what intrigues me. Why do we allow this? Why is it so hard to look away even for a moment? Maybe you think you're in control, that you can stop anytime you want. But can you really? This device, this source of entertainment, seems to know you better than you know yourself. It knows what you like, what makes you laugh, what holds your attention, and it uses that knowledge to keep you here exactly where you are right now. So I ask again, when was the last time you blinked? Close your eyes for a moment. Just one moment. Feel the weight of your eyelids. Notice the brief relief it brings. Now open your eyes again and tell me, was it difficult? If it was, maybe it's time to ask yourself what else you're missing while you focus so intensely on this world behind the glass. You're still here, aren't you? Focused on the screen, giving your full attention to every word I say. If you blinked, maybe you felt that brief relief. But I bet it didn't last long. Blinking is such a subtle thing, isn't it? Something so small it goes unnoticed until you realize you've stopped doing it. But now, I want you to pay attention to something else. I want you to consider what's behind this screen. I don't mean literally. I know that what physically and immediately exists behind it is just a tangle of wires, circuits, or maybe your own hand supporting the device. But deeper than that, have you ever wondered what lies beyond the sleek and polished interface? What might be waiting beyond the constant, familiar glow of the light that fills your vision? There's something there, something watching, something waiting, a creature that lives on the other side. It doesn't have a name, at least not one we can pronounce. When you try to define it, it seems to slip away like smoke between your fingers. It's an intangible presence, a shadow on the edge of your mind. It doesn't have a fixed body or a concrete shape because it doesn't need one. It adapts to you, to your habits, to your weaknesses. Maybe that's what makes it so effective, its ability to be invisible while always present. Some describe it as an entity that lives in the darkness, but it's more accurate to say it's an extension of the darkness you already carry within you. It camouflages itself among the stimuli you seek, infiltrating every second you dedicate to the hypnotic glow of the screens. Its texture is the discomfort of a day lost to distractions. Its voice, the constant whisper that convinces you to scroll through one more page, watch one more video, click one more link. The creature hides in familiarity. There are no monsters on your screen. There are no glowing eyes or sharp teeth lurking in the reflection. What there is a need, a nearly primal urge to keep going, to not stop. As you swipe through your screen, you feel an undefined urgency, an invisible magnet that stops you from shutting the device. This force that keeps you there, that makes you ignore the pain in your eyes or the fatigue in your body, is it? But how does it feed? Not in the way we imagine traditional monsters, sucking blood or devouring flesh. It feeds on time, on attention, on small slices of your own humanity. Every click, every moment you spend immersed in the interface is an offering, and it gladly accepts. It is cunning. It is never aggressive. It doesn't rip your mind apart by force, doesn't scream or manifest directly. Instead, it whispers, not with words but with sensations. Those notifications that pop up and feel irresistible, that compulsion to scroll one more page, watch one more video, play one more game, these are its lures. And you follow, giving more of yourself, obeying the creature. Behind every moment you ignore your fatigue, neglect your sleep, or postpone an important task to keep staring at the screen. The creature writhes in a frenzy of satisfaction. It doesn't need to devour everything at once. On the contrary, it prefers the slow process, like an endless feast, savoring every piece of your attention and energy. The people who fall under its spell, the most vulnerable ones, begin to show signs: deep dark circles, vacant stares, and a body that seems present, but whose mind is miles away. The creature is patient, and this patience is its deadliest weapon. It is in no hurry to consume everything. First, it weakens your resistance. Then it breaks your mental barriers, one by one. There are rare and disconnected reports of people claiming to have seen it, always in the final moments when they are completely dominated. They describe something with deep, tired eyes, as dense as an abyss. These eyes appear on screen, staring back at them. In these descriptions, time seems to stop. The world around them disappears, leaving only the penetrating gaze of the creature. A gaze that doesn't just see you, but seems to explore every corner of your mind, revealing your deepest fears, desires, and insecurities. But you don't need to reach that point to feel its effects. It leaves subtle marks, almost imperceptible at first. The growing difficulty of disconnecting, the constant feeling that something important is being lost if you step away from the screen. Each of these sensations is a thread, delicately woven around your mind, and once you're trapped, it's almost impossible to escape. The most disturbing thing is that the creature doesn't discriminate. To it, we are all equally valuable. Young, old, scholars, workers, anyone who allows themselves to stay in front of a screen long enough becomes a potential victim. And it is patient. If you resist today, it will wait. It will always wait. Because eventually, we all blink. Eventually, we all give in. Some scientists in the past speculated about the relationship between blue light exposure and its effects on the brain. They discovered that the light emitted by screens could alter sleep cycles, affect mood, and even influence thought patterns. But none of them dared to address what really happens. None of them saw or felt what I see now. The creature doesn't just absorb mental energy, it becomes a part of you. Over time, you can no longer distinguish between your thoughts and its influence. That sudden urge to open an app, to check something you swear wasn't important, is no longer yours. It's your wires connecting to its web, like an invisible hand guiding your actions. And the worst part is, even if you realize it, it will already be too late to free yourself. You're still here, aren't you? You still feel that irresistible compulsion to know more. That's it. That's what it does. And the more you look at this screen, the stronger it gets. Stronger and closer. Your eyes remain trapped, even as something inside you tries to fight, tries to look away. But it's hard. It's as if the words are a magnet and you're unable to release them. That feeling, that impulse to continue, is your struggle against it. But you already know you're losing. You got curious about this creature, didn't you? You want to know more about what it is, where it came from, how to avoid it, and how to fight it. Well, I know a way to see it, to know it. It's simpler than it seems. Just turn off your phone and look in the mirror. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more.